Discover a world full of chances and opportunities in one new program, Methods to Greatness, premiering. Oh, malapit na.
Malapit na. Saturday na. That's
to
tomorrow.
That's tomorrow pala. Talk more about this. We have Methods to Greatness host, entrepreneur, and best-selling author, John Aguilar. Good morning.
Morning,
Good morning.
John.
Good morning.
Thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me here.
Yes, we have food here for
Yes.
you.
I know.
You can
It's ano,
feel free anytime you want
It's
to.
Calories Day today.
grab a bite. So
Oy.
habang pinag-uusapan natin.
Yeah, I'd like to kick off. How excited are you na, tomorrow na, no? Tomorrow na.
Yeah, very excited. Kasi we shot this documentary, Methods to Greatness, for more than a year.
Okay.
So matagal siya. And we went all around the world filming different aspects of health and wellness. So ang dami kong ginawa. Like, first episode tomorrow features the happiest country in the world.
Yes,
Finland.
I think I saw that post. And then, yeah. Oh.
Exciting.
Ngayon, why did it reach a year? Was it something that was really planned? Or may mga obstacles along the way? Kaya medyong humaba ang pag-shoot mo?
Apart from the closure of CNN Philippines,
Yeah.
That we know.
Yeah.
where our show before came from. But ano kasi, I'm 46 years old, but I'm also a master athlete. A master is another word for the older athletes.
Okay.
So nag-compete ako last year to get a slot sa national team ng track and field Masters Division.
okay.
So it
Okay.
actually happened April of last year. So doon nag-start yung journey of getting back into my sport, getting injured and doing all of these things to recover. So lahat yung dinocument namin of how I was able to work with all of these experts.
Okay.
Sige, can you tell us more about Methods to Greatness? How did you start this? Diba? Kasi I heard it also, you can hear about this on podcasts, etc. Go ahead.
Yeah, kasi nung pandemic, I put up this podcast called Methods to Greatness. And what happened was, the world's biggest publishing company, Penguin Random House, actually approached me and said, "Oh, we know about your other show, Final Pitch, and what you're doing now. Would you like to pitch concepts, book ideas to us?" So Methods to Greatness, when it started out as a podcast, eventually morphed into a book. Then last year, we launched the Methods to Greatness documentary series, which will now be
Aired
aired
here.
tomorrow. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and your first episode was you mentioned a while ago as one of the happiest.
Yes, country.
Yes.
Yes,
Can you
yes.
tell me more about that? Interesting, ah.
Yeah, kasi Finland is known as the happiest country in the world.
Right.
There's this UN study that says that because of all of the factors in their economy, their government, the people there are generally the happiest on earth. Because
How do they measure happiness pala?
yeah, because they have a bunch of different metrics such as stability, political stability, personal freedoms,
Yeah.
and economic-wise, the economy is very stable. And they're really allowed to pursue, their higher calling. And that's what I found
okay.
out when I got there. Kasi iniisip natin, tayo mga Pinoy, palagi tayo nakasmile. di ba?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Pero pagdating ko doon, they weren't all that jovial. But what I discovered was happiness to them is being content with what you have and with your life. But apart from that, marami rin akong ginawa, like doing cold plunges in the Baltic Sea.
I think I saw the yeah.
Oo, 0 degrees. Obviously, yung sauna culture is very big there. So, ang daming factors to happiness that I was able to discover when I went to do that 1 week filming in
So parang
Finland.
it's a combination, yun nga, yung Methods of Greatness and of course yung you being an athlete.
Yes.
Parang ganun. Ano?
Yes.
So any particular guest that you want to feature in your program?
In the future?
Yeah, in the future.
Or baka meron ka nang naka-line up na...
Madami.
oo.
Oo. In fact, yung season 1, I did a lot of consultations with experts, iba-iba, from doctors to, I guess, people in business. So MaxiCare, we partnered with them.
Yeah.
And it's really about creating your best life, living your best life. And I was able to see through the series how when I talk to all of these experts, ang dami mga commonalities when it comes to happiness, greatness. And a lot of these things, iisipin mo, are quite, I guess, fundamental to us as human beings.
Right.
Things like family,
Yes.
stability. So, greatness kasi can be defined in so many ways.
So many ways, yeah.
But it's interesting, looking at your body of work, what drives you to do all of these? Do you have an end goal in mind? For example, Methods to Greatness, diba? First of all, what does that really mean for you? And what do you plan to do after this?
Yeah, that's a complicated question to answer just because, as you said, no, greatness can be defined in so many
Yeah.
ways. And ako personally, I've always been kasi someone who took care of his body. And, well, mental wellness is also a big factor, especially during the pandemic.
Yes, oo.
And what we found is that when we are able to bridge people to the right people, the right experts, sometimes you just need help. Sometimes you just need someone who will tell you or guide you into how you should think, maybe how you should take care of your diet, your nutrition, all the things that affect you as a human being. So I feel like this Methods to Greatness journey that I underwent, a lot of people can learn from because they can then take their own greatness journeys eventually. And what we want to create is an avenue where the experts will be able to give their input and advice, not just to me, but to people who will be watching the documentary series. No? Parang end goal would be, how do you improve your life as a couple, as an executive, as an athlete, all of these things.
Kumbaga, it's parang each person can achieve greatness, pero there's no template for it.
Exactly.
In other words, they have their own issues.
Yes.
Specific things can be done.
Right. What is greatness for me is not the same thing for you.
Exactly.
But we have our own paths to greatness. So it's quite sometimes a little bit philosophical just because we deal with so many things in our daily lives, diba? Ang daming nangyayari. Sometimes we just really have to sit down, reflect, and think of our vision for ourselves for the future.
But who was John Aguilar before all of this?
Yes, I was
People would
gonna
like to know,
ask that.
who were you before all of this?
Oh, I had a lot more hair back in my 20s. But I really started in my early 20s. I worked for a couple of, networks until I created my own company. So I started my TV production company when I was 25, started from my room, and the vision was always to create TV shows that would be able to bring value to people.
Wow.
So, kasi nung time na yon, ang dami kong ideas like how to maybe create something educational. And through the years, it has evolved to a real estate show, which we've done for so long. And then we have The Final Pitch, which bridges entrepreneurs to investors. And now this is the latest evolution and very personal, in fact, to me because it's really my advocacy to be able to spread health, wellness to people. Kasi, our health really is really in our hands. Although environmentally, there are so many factors that influence our health.
That's true.
But it's the decisions, the little decisions that we make on a daily basis, what to eat, when to sleep, what to think, that affect how we live and take care of our bodies and our minds.
You mentioned a while ago that many people, diba, parang focus on mental health during the pandemic. And right now that we are, going back to our normal lives, I was wondering how do you, kumbaga, encourage these people? Kasi some of them, most of them that I've talked to, are experiencing positivity fatigue. No, so how can you talk to them regarding that? To pursue, continue on with their lives, diba, without having feeling yung positivity fatigue.
One thing I realized in one of my conversations, in particular with Bobby Makasaet, he's actually the chairman of MaxiCare. So we sat down in a park in Ayala, and he was telling me, because I had just recently stopped consuming alcohol in January. So I told him that's what I did. Siya naman, he's a cancer survivor, and he shared with me his going vegan.
Okay.
And the fact that when he went vegan, he didn't think of it as, although he quit cold turkey, sa kanya, it was a process where, sometimes he would have the occasional steak or, diba, kumbaga hindi siya dogmatic. He's not that strict about, okay, I'm a vegan now, therefore I have to abide by all of the rules of being vegan. So I think that's a good way of looking at things. No? If you want to create a change in your life, maybe have an idea generally how you'd like to proceed to that change, but to not be so hard on yourself. Na parang, di ba, dapat lahat ito perfect gagawin ko. Yung sinasabi mong, I think, the positivity, fatigue. Sometimes kasi we want to be able to change things, pero We're not perfect.
At the snap of our fingers, okay, tapos I'm different now. But
Exactly.
it doesn't go that way, di ba?
It's not sustainable, right?
But it's interesting,
Parang
Jan,
gradual.
you were mentioning, like for example, the one you were talking to about consuming, he wants to go vegan, but he doesn't want to be hard on himself. It seems like you're saying that a key to a healthy mind also, or mental health, also starts with what you put in your physical body.
Yes.
So, some people think kasi na you can just cure your mental state by just being positive or being mentally strong. But now you're saying parang may epekto ang physical body mo. If you're too tired, if you're too thin, too fat, may epekto sa mental health.
For sure. In fact, the biggest factor, or one of the biggest, if not the biggest factor, is sleep. You know, when you lack sleep, especially if it's consecutive days, your productivity, the way you feel, your mood, it gets affected. So a lot of these things, not a lot of people know,
Yeah.
no? And you can control it. That's the thing. You can control how you show up in the world by making these small decisions. Like, for example, we're big Netflix watchers, my wife and I.
Kami rin.
Diba? But we
Yeah.
have a 9-year-old also, diba? So parang kami, konting disiplina lang at a certain time. Oh, time na to just read the book to our 9-year-old, or diba? It's these things.
Bonding time and stuff.
Oo,
Setting
making
priorities
these small
as well.
decisions. So,
Okay, so why don't you promote your book na wala dito ngayon that I
Yes.
wanted to see? Okay, and also your upcoming show.
yes, so I'd like to invite everyone to, I do have the book Methods to Greatness. It's out in National Bookstore, fully booked. It was the genesis for this documentary series, Methods to Greatness, which airs beginning tomorrow, 4:30 p.m. Here on One News. We have replays as well, every Sunday at 9:30 a.m. And it's going to be initially an 8-part documentary series where I go around the world really discovering the greatness in people, and in so doing, hopefully also finding my own greatness. It's an invitation for you to take your own journey through the series. And I hope that after the series, a lot of people will take their health, their wellness into their own hands, because to be honest with you, the biggest influence to our health is really ourselves and the way we think. So I'd like to invite you to take that journey with us for these 8 weeks, because after this first season, we will be welcoming others to take their Methods to Greatness journey with us.
Wow.
And that's channel 8 signal cable and 250 for HD.
Okay, we're so
memorize ka na.
excited. I really want to read that
We're
book
looking
as
forward
well.
to tomorrow.
Oo.
Tomorrow na po yan.
Looking forward to that
Tomorrow na
show.
po yan.
Congratulations and good luck. Thank you so much, John Aguilar.